What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today what I'm going to be doing is showing you guys how to fix the hyper blinking on your turn signals and also get rid of any lights that you might have on your dash after you convert your bulbs on your car to LED bulbs. So the reason that happens is because the LED bulbs draw a lot less power than the regular bulbs in your car. So the car thinks that you have a bulb that's burnt out when realistically you don't. It's just that the LEDs are drawing a lot less power. So this is my 1990 Nissan 300ZX, but this works for every car. This is my car, so I'm just going to show you how to do it on this one. So I got that light on my dash for my brake lights after I changed to the J-spec taillights. They use LED bulbs for the brake lights, so I had a light on the dash saying that my brake lights were out when they weren't. So what I did was I changed over my bulbs from my old headlights and I put them in the new J-spec headlights, and that got rid of my issue there. So in my case, I was just able to swap out the brake lights and that worked, but the bulb for the turn signals were different, so I couldn't change those. So for that, what I'm going to be doing is changing the relay, the blinker relay. Also, my LED, my new spoiler has a LED strip here for the brake lights, and that light comes on only when I press the brake pedal. So every time I press the brake pedal, I'm still getting a light on the dash saying that my brakes aren't working. So I gotta fix that, and I also have to fix my turn signals because every time I try to turn, it blinks really quick and kind of looks stupid in my opinion. So there's two ways that you can fix this, and I'm gonna show you guys both. So you can install a LED load resistor. This is a little more involved, but sometimes this is the only option you have to do it. So I ordered these off Amazon. I'll put the link in the description below. And you can also change your blinker relay. So for your turn signals, the easiest fix is probably this. You don't need to splice any wires or anything like that. So I'm gonna do both here, so you guys can see both being done. I'm gonna change the blinker relay to slow down the fast blinking, and I'm gonna install a LED load resistor for the third brake light LED that I have here. My brake lights are just fine, so at nighttime when I have the lights on, I'm not getting any lights on the dash saying that my brakes aren't working. It's only when I press the brake and this light comes on that I see it on the dash. I'm gonna go inside the car and show you guys what I mean as well. So when I turn my headlights on, everything stays the same, but when I press the brake pedal, right there, I'm getting a light error because my third brake light comes on and it thinks the bulb is not working, which it is. So we're gonna install a resistor on that third brake light to fix that. And also, when I do my turn signals, blinks really fast, like the bulb is fused or something. So to fix that, we're gonna change out the blinker relay. From the outside, you can see that the brake lights are on right now, but there's no light on the dash. And there's no light on the dash because this light is off. But when I press the brake, this light will turn on and then the light on the dash will show up too. And you can see that the blinker is blinking really quickly. So we're gonna fix both of those and I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. First thing that we're gonna do is change the blinker relay. So to find it in your vehicle, basically turn the hazard lights on and then follow the sound. You can hear it clicking. So in the Nissan 300ZX Z32, it's located right here. Super hard to get to in this car. I turned the emergency lights on and I followed the clicking sound all the way to the bottom. I literally was upside down here so I could face up and see it. I'm gonna try getting the camera on it so I can show you.
If you look right there, I unplugged it right now so you can kind of see it. There it is. I'm just gonna put the relay on there now.
Okay, so for the LED light in the spoiler, what I'm gonna do is take off this shield here on the hatch. so I can see the wire underneath, and then I can install the resistor on there. So for this one, we're gonna do the resistor because that's really the only way I can do this one. For the turn signals, I did the relay, which was underneath the steering column. So let's get this one done and fix all these lighting issues I had. Okay, so now we can see that these are the wires going to the LED light here. So what you want to do is we're gonna have to cut each of these wires. And then you take your resistor, and these clips. You'll need 2 of these and 1 resistor. By the way, on the Amazon listing, you'll see, they'll give you instructions and everything, but I'll give you a little refresher here. So you take the resistor, you want to mount it out of the way here somewhere, because these do get hot. You mount it out of the way here somewhere, and then what you do is you take one end of this wire after you cut it, and you put it in this section here where the 1 wire goes. And then in the other section, you can put 2 wires. So you put the other end of this, and then 1 end of the resistor, and then you clamp it down and close it to make that connection. So you do that with 1 wire, and then you do that with the other wire. And that's it. It just converts to load after that. So I'm gonna quickly do this, and then I'm gonna show you guys the final result. Alright guys, so here's what I did. I cut those 2 wires. You can see the red wires cut here with the resistor added, and then the black wires cut there with the resistor added. So I did it, I tried it, it works now, works great, but I had a bit of a change of heart. So I don't like this. I don't like the idea of hacking into my wiring. So I did it for the sake of the video, just to show you guys how to do it, but I'm not gonna be keeping this. I think what I'm gonna really do is remove this right now. I'm gonna put the wiring back exactly how it was. I don't like changing the wiring from how it comes from factory on a vehicle. Whenever I buy a car and someone's hacked with the wiring, it always pisses me off. So I definitely don't want that on this car. I did want to do it just so you guys can see how it's done. Another reason I don't want to keep this is because these resistors tend to get pretty hot, and you want to keep them away from plastic surfaces on the vehicle. If I mount it over here somewhere, this plastic shield is like right behind it. So I think it's going to be too close, and I don't want that. I don't want that shield to start melting. So I will take this out. It does work. This is the way to fix any errors you get on your dash from installing LEDs. And also the relay, I installed a relay as well in the vehicle for the turn signals. So I'm gonna turn the car on right now and show you guys that. Basically what the relay does is just slow down that hyper blinking. So it's perfect now. I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so the car is just in accessory mode right now. It's not on, but if I turn my signals, there's that. So yeah, as you can see, it does work, but I will be removing this. So again, I'll get that light on the dash once I put it back to how it was. But the way I'm gonna fix that is I'm just gonna take apart the dash and remove the bulb behind the cluster. Don't need it there, so whatever. That's the best way. That's the best thing I can do, in my opinion. I'm just gonna take off that bulb completely. so there's no light on the dash whenever I hit the brakes. And honestly, if I take out that bulb, I can also go ahead and put the LED bulbs that came with the J-Spec taillights back in here and use the bulbs that came with these taillights and not have to worry about that light coming on either. So that way everything is perfect in my opinion. I think that's the best way. You guys with Z32s, these are the two options you really have when you're upgrading your lights. I think the better way to do it is just remove the bulb behind the dash. It's pretty easy to do, and honestly, if you guys are doing that, you can also install LED bulbs behind your cluster like I did. You can do that in one go. If you want to check out one of my other videos, I've actually done a whole LED kit install for the cluster and everything, so you can do that in one go. You can install your LEDs in the cluster, and you can also remove that brake light bulb behind the dash so you don't get that error. I think that's the best way to do it. For you guys with any other vehicles, if you want to install a resistor, this is the best way to get rid of this if you don't care about kind of cutting up your wiring and stuff. And also, if you have the space to mount a resistor, there's not much space here, as you can see. And if I mount the resistor somewhere, it's going to be very close to the plastic piece that's here. And I am not about that life. So I will be removing that. So I'll leave a link in the description below for both the resistors that I used and also the relay I used for the turn signals. You can get a relay for whichever car you have. Just do some research, see which one works for you. But the link I'll put in the description is going to be the one you use for the Z32. Anyways, if you guys watched this video to the end, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You'll see a lot of content of the Z32. And you'll also see a lot of content of my motorcycle. It's a 2018 Yamaha R6. Check out the channel for the other videos and look forward to seeing some more. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you again soon.